Hi guys, thanks for tuning into the channel. My name is Liz and I'm a reseller in Maryland. I feel that a lot of vintage resellers don't bother going to antique shops, even though we can learn so much from doing so. We can see price points, merchandise that's offered, and booth setups that will help us in our business. But we really like to shop, and that's why I think we skip them, because we think that we can't find anything there to flip for a profit. Well, I took myself on a little experimental day trip recently to find out if I could find some things to make some money on. Let's go check out what I found.
You ever have one of those days where you feel like you just need to get out of town? Not like, you're an outlaw or something, but you just need to do something different and go on a little mini vacation. Well, I decided to take myself on a little day trip to Pennsylvania to Old Factory Antiques. So I'm going to take you along with me, and I will show you what I did end up purchasing at the end of the video, along with some comps. I really liked these Kokeshi dolls. They weren't really priced for resale, but if you were collecting, they would have been a nice pickup. So for those of you who follow Lavender Clothesline, I heard about this shop because of her videos. I really enjoy watching her. She was one of the main reasons I started making videos, because she was just so genuine and honest, and I realized you didn't have to know everything. Yeah, I feel like I relearned that. It's okay to do something and learn as you go. So anyway, this is where her booth is as well. And I think this booth might be her friend's booth. And she always has cool things. And I love these candlesticks. Again, they weren't really priced, I don't think, for resale. I guess it's possible, but I don't think so for me. And I wish I'd bought these for myself. These are beautiful. And I have such a weakness for like deer and little animals, but it just seemed like such a splurge at $36. But honestly, I probably should have just bought them for myself. I could wrap them up and surprise myself next Christmas. This was like in my opinion, this was like a fake decoy. It did not look like any of the decoys that I've seen. It was like not the right size and not the right material. That was a really cool, I think that was like a needlepoint or a cross stitch. Gosh, someday I'll figure those out. This was amazing. This picture, this painting, amazing. But I didn't think I could double my money. I don't think it's like a listed artist or anything. So I'd like to double or triple my money. Look at that ikebana. Oh, both of those are amazing. These prices were a little higher. And so I decided not to pick those up for flipping. And that reminded me of a Hadley piece, but I don't think it was. Someday I'm going to go back, and if those ikebanas are still there, I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm going to have to pick them up. Now, I already have a pair almost exactly like these listed on Etsy that haven't sold. And so that was why I passed these up, but I was really drawn to them, Studio Pottery candlesticks. And that guy was $42, super cool cookie jar, but I just didn't think I was going to be able to make enough money on that. So I'm just kind of scanning to see if there's anything I want to give a little more attention to. There are really a wide range of booths in this shop. Look at this beauty. Did it come home with me? You'll have to wait to find out. It was only $22. Here I go. So there are 3 floors to this antique store. And it's a really, really fun store to shop in. It actually reminds me a lot of Antique Depot. These were really cute. I think these are modern, but I still felt like I could make a profit. And this cat was so cute. So I did decide to grab the cat planter. I couldn't help myself. I know you have. Have you ever had something like that where there wasn't a huge profit to be made, but you were just drawn to a piece? Not to keep. Of course, we're all drawn to those things. Leave me a comment if you can remember a specific piece. So this was definitely a big store, and there was a really wide range of booths, styles, and spaces, design techniques, and prices. So I think it was worth going to, no matter what kind of items you were looking for, price points, aesthetic. There was just a lot to look at, including some fun trees on the elevator doors. had to capture those for you guys. So I was shocked to find out that this owl mug was Ray done, which has kind of jumped the shark for me. Has jumped the shark, that phrase. Anyway, I was very intrigued by those, but I did look them up and they are modern. Those were made in the mid-century era, but here we are at Lavender Clothesline's booth down the rabbit hole. Now, I don't know how long she might stay here. These were beautiful still lifes. But again, she's pricing to make a profit, not necessarily to sell to a reseller who can make a profit. But if I had been looking for art for my home, she had some pieces in there that were exquisite that I definitely would have purchased. Oh my gosh, these little wooden pieces were so cute. I'm very drawn to those things. We must have had them growing up, or someone in my family at the holidays had pieces like that. I'm thinking of the Christmas ones. That was Humpty Dumpty, but I'm very drawn to those types of things. So I remember Lavender Clothesline going to this booth because this woman makes these beautiful bouquets out of buttons, like vintage buttons. This was so beautiful. I can't believe I didn't buy it. I didn't check out the price just now. It must have been priced out of my range. Look how beautiful her craftsmanship is. Her crafting. I wanted to buy this, but I don't really have a need for it. I have a lot of decor in my space that I love very much. So I somehow successfully walked away. This was really cool too. I've had a few wooden floral pieces lately that I really liked. And I wanted to buy this, but it was not for sale. I guess they might use it to hold things that are for sale or maybe for business cards. But I was kind of sad. And I already have a stoneware pottery pig like that, so I couldn't get another one. That appears to be either an amazing artist or kindergarten piece. It's so hard to know. And I thought these were really aesthetically pleasing. I mean, talk about reduce, reuse, recycle. They had bundled together springs from old beds. I thought that was great. I liked a lot of this stuff. This was kind of the aesthetic that I have in one of my booths, at least one of mine. Here's a little sneak preview, but this isn't everything that I end up with. I thought that these train prints were just stunning. At Antique Depot, the train often goes by when you're shopping, and so I'm drawn to them, I think, for that reason. It just feels like you're in a different time when you go to some of these shops. And I thought this was going to be some rare clock, and I guess maybe it was, but it was missing many of the rare pieces that go along with it. So I opted not to pick it up, but I was drawn to that for my dad. This is one of the stars of the show. This set is unbelievable. Tell me if you know who it's made by, because you probably should by now. If you've been, spoiler alert, they tell you on the tag. Studio Pottery has my heart. And these, I think these were Goebel. It says on the tag, these are real collectible pieces and out of my price range just to have something for fun. $98, but so cute. Wait, were they Goebel? I'll have to use Google Lens and double check on that. Gotta fact check myself. I've never seen those in real life before, I don't think so. Now this ice bucket was $75 and I can barely sell them for $25 or $30. I love that. I had a very similar painting for years. The artwork in this booth, if I needed artwork, I would have done really well at this shop. There was a lot of beautiful artwork. I couldn't get enough of it. Look how beautiful that is. I think that one was a watercolor. Can you imagine?
So we're going to do an unboxing to show you everything I got at the antique store in Hummelstown, PA. Old Factory Antiques. I decided to take myself on a little date to Starbucks and this antique store, which is a little bit of a ways for me. It's about an hour and a half away, but it was still really fun to do something different and go to a town I've never been to before. So you may have seen some of this stuff in the footage, but I wanted to make sure you got to see everything as well as some comps. And so let's get started on the unboxing. So the first item that I bought, I think I paid, let's see. Oh, they took the tag off because of course they have to keep them. I think I paid $28 for this. So because they took the tags, you might see some prices in the footage. But anyway, I won't always have the exact price handy. I have the receipt and my total and everything. So this is kind of a brutalist style wall hanging, not extremely valuable, but some of these will be signed by Curtis Juret, which was, I believe, actually two people who made these types of brutalist pieces. You can kind of tell that this one is a lower quality one, but I still think someone's going to want this with these mixed metals, or at least multi-tone metals. And it's kind of cool that you can change the position of the bird's tails and stuff, as long as you're careful about doing that. So this is probably about 2.5 feet long. I paid $28. I expect to double my money on this piece at the antique shop, or if I sold it online. Next. So I really do like original artwork. Boy, they did a great job wrapping this stuff. I don't always do my hauls this way, and now I can kind of see why. When I use my phone, it makes it a little bit tricky, but maybe it builds the suspense for us. So this has information about the artist on the back, which is super helpful. I think when I was a younger picker or less experienced, I thought if the art was good, it didn't matter, that it could still be worth hundreds. That's not really the case, although certainly original art can be valuable depending on whoever decides to buy it. This is by, let me see, is it Edward? Yes, Edward J. Corey. This is a little bit more of a specialized piece because it depicts San Francisco. There's just a tiny couple little spots on here, but I don't think they matter very much. Nicely framed. It was only $20. I thought that was really reasonable. We're actually planning a trip to San Francisco, so it's kind of cool to see. I guess, is this a trolley or is this a building? I actually can't tell. But I know what this is. The Golden Gate Bridge, which to confuse everyone is red. Anyway, I thought that was well worth $20. I'm thinking that I will sell this online because we want to find someone who wants an Ed Corey piece. And I believe similar pieces online were about $125. Moving right along. We're going to try this and just see if we can slide some pieces over. There are a few pieces that are not wrapped, and this may be me being dumb, but it was worth the risk. I already have this Sprint sealed Titanic with the Paramount stickers on it. When you look online, the comps are kind of weird. I don't know if it's like one of those weird Beanie Baby things or something, but some of the comps are crazy. So I listed the one I had for a crazy number. I don't even remember what it was. Hundreds of dollars anyway. And this was only $5. So I was like, jeepers. Am I going to kick myself if that one sells for hundreds and I didn't pick this one up for $5? Perhaps I wasted $5. Let me know in the comments if you know anything about these sealed Titanic DVD sets. But again, it was worth the $5 risk. And it's still a teachable moment because look for sealed... I said DVD, I'm sorry, VHS. Look for sealed VHS, probably DVD as well. They are back. I don't know why I kept calling it DVD. Probably because VHS has been out for so long. DVD feels old now. I love tooled leather purses. This one was, I think, $15, and there might have even been a percentage off in this booth. Maybe not. Some of the booths did have a percentage off. This is a sweet little bag, probably from Mexico. It's in very good condition except for this spot on the bottom, but the leather isn't like peeling or anything like that. It's not like, it's like a little watermark. And for $15, these sell for as low as $50 and well over $100 depending on size and condition. The condition on this, other than that one little spot, is great. It's got a little tiny bit of cracking from use. So I felt that was worth it. I haven't decided if this is a booth item or not, but I'll probably put $50 on it, approximately, regardless of the platform. Let's see if we have any other unwrapped pieces. This one looks, oh, this is really nice. Yeah, hold on one second. So look at this bag. I should take the newspaper off the table. I think this is gorgeous. I do think this is leather. Now, what I don't know, is this crocodile, alligator, or snake or whatever? I think this would be probably alligator or crocodile. I'm not sure about that. Cute mid-century handbag though. It's got that cool silhouette. It's got this color, chocolate brown. I think it's still pretty in. And it has several compartments. This could be a more modern take on it. I need to do some more investigating, but it was very reasonably priced. I cannot remember the exact price, but my guess is that it was about $10 or $12 or maybe less. And so that was a yes for me. That, depending on what I discover about that, I might use Google Lens to see if I can identify a maker or an exact age. Because it's in very good condition, if it has a good maker, then I might actually put it online, and I'd probably put it online anywhere from $75 to $100. In the booth, it would be a little bit less. Let me save that piece because I know what that is. I don't even know what this is. This is going to be a real type of unboxing because I can't remember what this is. It was only a few days ago, but middle-aged sometimes plays these fun tricks on us to make life still exciting. Oh, yes. I love this. Now, those of you who watch Lavender Clothesline, the store that I went to, the antique store, Old Factory Antiques, is where her booth is. And I swear I must have seen this in one of her videos. And she's always talking about how people like cats, and I have found that to be true as well. And this one has like that old world kind of creepy cat look going on, but with this blue and white. It is so sweet. I haven't looked up anything about it, but it says Ceramica, made in Spain. So I felt that someone would definitely want this, whether it was in the booth or online. And so I picked it up. I think it might have been 10 or 12. I loved it. I would even put that in my own house, even though I don't consider myself a cat person. I'm very allergic, and I find cats to be unpredictable, and those things don't agree with me. I like predictability in some ways. I mean, this is exciting. This is my kind of unpredictability that I like. What is this? Oh, I know what that is. Hold on, I'm gonna hold off on that. I think that goes with that. Okay. I want to save one of my favorite things for last because I was so excited when I found it. So I may have to, hold on, I'm gonna pause for a second because that box looks precarious. So this one, oh, I think I do remember what this is. This was one of the first things I picked up, I think. And they have a really nice hold area at that antique shop. So you can just put your stuff in these boxes and then you don't have to carry it around if you don't want to. And I tend to find breakables and heavy things. Isn't this fabulous? Now, I'm not 100% sure what's going on with the rider, but I think that's a horse, right? Am I not seeing something I should be seeing? Maybe it's like a dragon or something. I think that's a person, but they almost look like they're standing on the horse, don't they? I didn't care because I like this sort of stylized, abstract type of art anyway that makes you think, makes you wonder, where is this made? This is Mexico as well. And there's a sticker that I cannot read on there. I don't have my glasses on, but it probably says made in Mexico. And you can hang this on the wall, but you certainly could serve in it as well if you wanted to take that little wire piece off so you wouldn't scratch up your table. Anyway, I thought that was great. And that was very inexpensive as I recall. I think it was about $10 or $12, and I think I could easily triple my money on that one. I did try to do comps a little bit for myself in the store so I wouldn't get in a bad situation because I have plenty of inventory. Someday when I'm brave, I'll show you the new death pile. Same as the old death pile, but even better. Now this, oh God, I couldn't find anything about this vase. This has that Scavo texture that I went over with you guys a few videos back in that thrift store. The quick thrift video, I think from a couple of weeks ago, so maybe early December 2024. If you want to see that Italian pottery, they coat the glass in various powders and then they heat it up again and the powders fuse with the surface. This is a very interesting piece. So I don't even think I paid $22. I'm almost positive that this booth had 15% off, but I saw that iridescence, that sort of classic, is that amphora, that shape? And I was like, $22. I think there are a couple of flea bites around the rim, but I'm not sure. No, let me rephrase that. I am sure that that is not the first thing that people are going to notice when they look at this piece. Let me just gently show you some of the colors and texture. I mean, this thing is amazing. Now, I have a vase collection that I can't display at our new house because they used to be on top of our kitchen cabinets and we don't have that space anymore. So I might have to sell this, or I'm going to put it in my vase collection, which is behind closed doors, sadly, and trade out something else. I think I have a couple of really big vases that might be able to trade out, but I'll probably put it in the booth. And you know, I might do that. You get in the reseller's conundrum where you kind of give it a price where you love it so much that that's the price you'll let it go for, but sometimes it can be overpriced. The bottom of this vase, I meant to mention, says, oh my goodness, Greenhouse Imports. I have no idea what that is. That could be something you got at a department store, a furniture store, Value City, or it could be like, I don't know, maybe it's like Teleflora of the past. Have you guys ever heard of that? I know you guys are better at sleuthing than I am. Let me know if you know anything about that. All right, hold on. I have to unwrap a couple things to make this work for us. The best is yet to come. The best stuff is still in this box wrapped. Let me just take some of the paper off to make this easier. Now this piece might live with me for a while. If you know me in real life, you know I have a real weakness for birds. Now I don't want to own a bird, but they are I just find them as a motif so beautiful. This is a bone, I believe that's how you pronounce it, bone china bird figurine. From Google Lens, I learned that some of these, it looks like, could be worth over $100. I paid up for this guy. I was just in that kind of mood. You know how when you take yourself on a date, you just say, have whatever you want? Just get the grande vanilla latte. It was kind of that sort of day. So I bought this for myself. So I paid up, and I don't normally do that because it's hard when you're a reseller. You get like recalibrated to like yard sale prices. But there was something about him that was just, he's so well done. He's very realistic. Oh, I meant to say Google Lens said that he was a seagull. Am I repeating myself? See what happens when I see a cute baby bird? So I could resell him to get a profit, but not yet. Not doing that yet. And I think this next piece was the first piece I picked up, and I think it might have been from a booth that Karen Lavender Clothesline frequents. I think it's her friend Stephanie. Do I know too much about YouTubers' lives? Yes. But you know what? You do start to feel like you're friends. And I guess you're kindred spirits. And then when you meet in real life, like I've met Susan, for example, we are friends. I love that. A different Susan, not the one I've known for years, a new friend Susan. So this does have a stamp. I didn't look it up in the store. This is, I believe it's pronounced ikebana. These Japanese pieces that have a floral frog, or at least a spot for one. And what I never realized was like, I never thought of it this way, is a better way to phrase it. I thought you put like a permanent plant in there or maybe a bouquet, but it's more typical of the Japanese style to get just a few branches or fronds or leaves, not a great time of year to be doing that outdoors, and stick them in there just to have like a sculpture. So I like stuff like this, and I actually like how simple this is. It's not perfectly round, it's not perfectly oval, so it catches the eye. It has this little mark here too that looks almost like the bones of it looks like a fossil, an imprint fossil, like a wing or a fish's fin. I wonder if you can see it. There you go. You can see it better in the light. Ooh, look at that base in the light. Oh my goodness. You'll have to let me know in the comments what your favorite items are. Now, I spent about an hour and a half at the store. I definitely paid more than I would have at an estate sale or at a yard sale. Wait, is that a secret piece? So we gotta keep that one for a minute. Maybe you saw a hint and you know it's coming. But I had a great time, and the price points, some of them are extremely reasonable and some of them are honestly above retail. So just like any other antique shop or estate sale. So, you know, just let your eyes do the walking, and then you can check out whether the price is a good one for resale unless you're treating yourself. Oh goodness, I thought I unwrapped this guy. They did a great job wrapping. They walk around and hand you a basket. They take stuff downstairs for you at this shop, Old Factory Antiques. I haven't had that experience in some other antique shops, so I was really happy to have it. Look how cute this is. I think this is a modern piece, but it was $6. I think I could sell this on Facebook for $15 if I wanted to. I don't know who made it. I don't even know if it's marked, but it is adorable. And cat people really, really like their cat motif. So I figured I could make at least $10, but probably more like $20 because I'll probably put it in the booth because my cat stuff does really well. So if you look over here, you can kind of see, like, maybe you're getting a hint of what could be in this. Going by the shape, there's some kind of a handle here. But I'm gonna give you a little glimpse of this. All right, if you've been with me for a while on the channel or otherwise, you might have an inkling of what's coming. A lid. Are we looking at the glaze? Now the lid is not signed, but you guys know what's coming here. Now, can I unwrap this with one hand? Let's see. It'll add to the excitement. Will it? Stress, excitement, you know, a rose by any name would smell sweet. Sorry, Shakespeare. I saw this and like gasped. Let me get the paper all the way off of it so you can gasp as well. Look at the glaze on that. Actually, the light here is not doing it justice. I had to film when no one was here, and everyone's been here for weeks because of vacation and holidays. And the kitchen is a busy place. It's the hub of the home, right? But that's where I film. So I had to go by timing and not by light in the kitchen. So now, is that an imperfection? And if it is, it's a tiny, tiny one. Anyway, this is a Bill Campbell. You probably knew that from this, like, it's sort of almost a subtle drip glaze in some ways. Sometimes you just get this striping with Bill Campbell. Towards the bottom, you can see a more dramatic drip glaze. I've never seen the teapot before. I have sold his mugs for $50 each. Now, you might not know this, but tags, if there is damage on a piece at an antique shop, it's supposed to say as is, so I'm going to assume that that is not damage. But anyway, I've sold just the mugs for $50 each, so let's give it its lid back. I bought, spoiler alert, a set for $95, and I think I'll make, I'm going to say about $150 to be cautious with my profit. I might not unwrap all 4 of these since it's a little bit challenging with one hand. But boy, did I have fun at that shop. And I would encourage you in the new year to take yourself on a date. Rare find. I know. I've never seen the teapot, and I don't think I've ever seen these cups in real life. But I knew right away who it was. And I did some research in the shop because $95 is it's not a small investment. And I feel like as a set, I can definitely make $150 on this. And these pieces are relatively easy to wrap. This is interesting. I wonder if they got this at Goodwill. Nope, it looks like their own old tag. Maybe someone told them it was Bill Campbell and they changed the price. If only I'd been there sooner. So there are 4 of these cups. Wow, they must have been in a rush to get it in the booth. It hasn't been cleaned. I'll show you 2 of the 4 because I was just making sure that wasn't an issue. Because I don't want to unwrap the other ones. But that was a really nice find. It is a rare find. They are correct. So that sums up my haul from Old Factory Antiques. I had a great time. I hope you guys take yourselves on a date soon. And I hope if you start out and you're not pleased with what you're finding, you're not pleased with the prices, that you will never stop searching. I can't help myself until you find something that is a nice treat for yourself or a treat for your budget and pocketbook. And I will see you guys next time.